Hi, boys and girls. Miss Nichols here. I hope you enjoyed this story about Buzzy the bumblebee. It's a little story talking about if you believe in yourself, you can do amazing things. And don't let other people tell you can't do something as far as catching a ball or, in Buzzy's case, flying when he knew he could do it. So believe in yourself is the lesson in the Buzzy story. But as far as an art project, I thought we could make, this is a yellow jacket probably, and this is more like a Buzzy the bumblebee. And he read a book that said bumblebees shouldn't fly. Their bodies are very large, and I was watching one bumps around the flowers in my yard the other day, and they are just they sort of like tumble around. They are very heavy and not as sleek and thin as like a yellow jacket or a honeybee, I guess. So a couple weeks ago, we did a project where we drew ladybugs, and I talked to you a lot about insects, and I told you that insects have 3 body parts, a head, a thorax, and an abdomen, and we were drawing a drawing of them. And so we did that, and we said that they have 6 legs and antennas. Today we're going to make a 3D insect. It's pretty fun to make, and we usually make them in class with construction paper, but odds are you don't have construction paper at home. And in this particular insect, I put some little material down there. So there's all kinds of ways you can do them. And we can make some stand-up, some wings, and all that. And their little feet go like that, so you can really put them on things. I want to show you how to begin with this project. Let me see if I can move him around a little bit. So you're going to have a piece of paper. I'll talk you through it, then I'll make one with you. There's the head part. First, it's a piece of paper folded in half the long way, the hot dog way. Okay, so vertically it's standing up. It's not down like, we didn't fold it this way. That's the hamburger fold. We folded it the long way, the length way, vertically. So boys and girls, we do the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. Okay, it's like 3 hills. Smaller hill, bigger hill, and then the last one. We're going to make the legs come off the abdomen. And since this is folded, and when we cut it out, we're going to have 6 legs. If you want to, you can do the antenna 2 ways. On this one, I drew the antenna on the drawing. And on this little guy, I actually drew the antenna as I made my picture. Okay? So there's 2 ways to do it. So let's draw this, boys and girls. And then you can make one. So get a piece of paper, whatever paper you have. You might say, I only have smaller paper. That's okay. You'll have a smaller insect. If yours is bigger, it'll be a bigger. I wouldn't make it much bigger than this, though. Okay? And then you're going to fold it in half and just crease it. So line it up and crease it, boys and girls, just like that. Okay? And then find a pencil. I'm going to use a marker so that you can see it. But boys and girls, you use a pencil, and then that'll probably work out better for you. It won't be real dark on one side then. So, let me make sure you can see where I'm at. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Boys and girls, make sure it's open on this side, and the fold is where we're going to start. So when you start to draw, we want to start on the fold. Check and see. Don't start there. All right. Now I'm going to draw with my finger first. I'm going to do a head, a thorax, and an abdomen. But boys and girls, when I make my head, I'm not going to go too skinny into the fold. I want my head strong enough so that it's not going to fall over, okay? So you want your head, like when I fold him up, that's about how thick you need your neck to be, okay? You don't want him to be too wobbly. So here I go. I'm going to start right on the edge here, and I'm going to go around. If I want antennas, I could do that right now. So look how far I am. Antenna, you're going to cut it out, so don't make it too skinny. Antenna. I'm going to finish my head circle now. That's my antenna. Now watch. Go to the bottom of the antenna and make the rest of your head. But don't go too far in. That looks just about right. Okay? You might say, oh, Miss Nichols, I already made the head. I forgot the antenna. You can add it on if you want to. Or you can draw your antennas later. This one we made with pipe cleaners. We had some little holes. If you have something like that at home, feel free. This one is where they were drawn just like we're doing it. We drew them that way, okay? So there's different ways to do it. Let's do the tummy now. But again, we have to go slow because we're going to go we're going to go, this is the thorax section, curve, and then stop. We're going to make the first leg. Don't make them too skinny, you got to cut them out. So I make them sort of fatter than they should be, okay? Then go under that leg a little bit further. Out for leg number 2, which is going to end up being 2 legs because it's folded. Come a little bit further. We're still making the thorax, but we're adding our legs. Make them thick enough. That's a problem sometimes if they're too skinny. All right, let's go a little bit further on the thorax. We're done with the head. We're done with the thorax. Let's do the abdomen. It worked out good on this one because the abdomen is a longer part. And you just go like this for the abdomen. Does that make sense? All right, that's our bug. But now, it's confusing. What do I cut, Mrs. Nichols? What don't I cut? So let's put an X where you cut. So go up here by the head. You see this little chunk right here? That gets cut out. The antenna doesn't get cut out. This piece gets cut out. So you're going to go cut, 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 cut. Here's the leg. It doesn't get cut. But this piece between the legs gets cut. Here's the middle leg. You don't cut that, but you cut the space in between the legs. Wherever there's an X, you're putting X's so you don't get mixed up when you begin to cut. And this part comes off. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Then you can take your scissors and cut it out. All right, you should have this. Head, thorax, abdomen. And I added my antenna, okay? On this one, I did not add my antenna. I just drew it on at the end on top of his head, and that's fine. All right, so here's what we're going to do now. We can start down here and do the easy cutting first. Go around your abdomen. Hold it together just like it was folded when you were drawing. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to turn, kindergartners, so I would just come back out here with my scissors and cut that, and then I have a flappy piece. It's much easier to cut and drop that piece out. Now I'm going to go get the parts in between my feet. I do the same things. I don't try to turn in there. That's when kids rip their legs off. So I snipped once, and I'm going to go over here and snip this side. Let me show you how to get that out then. Then you can see it's flappy. Then go cut that out, okay? Just like that. You won't cut your legs off if you do it this way. Go on up, flap it down, cut it off, okay? Let's go get that last space out. We're going to go here, and we're going to go around the top of the thorax, around his head, and do his antenna. Boom. I have one more little piece to take out, and it's between his antenna and his head. And I'm going to go like this, chop, and take that off. There is my insect, okay? Now, you can design yours. Mine's quite large. Sometimes they're very skinny. It all depends on how big you make them, and that's fine. So after that, what you do is you can design your antenna, your bumblebee how you want. This one I did in stripes. That was easy. Yellow, black, yellow, black. I did a pattern, and I colored it really waxy. I went all the way up to his head, and then I made his little face black, and I made him some eyes. And this one I drew the antenna, okay? On this one I just did some fun colors. I did sort of stripe it. But you don't have to do that. You can do shapes on yours. We used to just do shapes with paper. So you decide how you want to color them. I do color them waxy. You can use whatever colors that you like. And if you're making them symmetrical, you know that whatever you put on one side needs to go on the other. You do not have to make a bee. Your insect could be whatever kind you want. If you want yours to be red and black, or something like that, that would be fun. I know when we make those at school, we use construction paper and kids make all different colors and all different kinds. So boys and girls, you're going to color your insect and design it however you want. Put your eyes on, and there's lots of different ways to make eyes. Look at the eyes on this bug. I sort of like this one. And then look at the eyes on this bug. these insects. Bugs is the common word. Insect is the real word you should use. So you can make eyes different. I do like to put like an iris color. This one's got green. I didn't put any on here. And then again, if you're cutting out eyeballs, because you've got some different colored paper at your house, you can cut eyeballs out like that. Let me show you how to do the legs, okay? So, once you get your insect all done, you should, I fold my antennas back like this, back like that. My legs, I turn my insect upside down, and I'll show you. I fold it in towards there, then back out, and I go like that. So I bent it once, then I bent it like that, so it's a little bit like that. And you know, it doesn't really matter how you bend these, you just want to have them bent a little bit so they stand up. So I bend the whole leg in, then I bring it back out, and I tuck it in and give it like a little knee. And that's how I do my bug. In, back out, bend it. In, back out, bend it at the knee. In, back out, bend him at the knee. Now sometimes I go and put little feet on them, and that's just flipping the end of the paper over like that. See those little feet? So you just take the end and bend it over, and that will make your insect stand up. Okay, he'll stand up now on things because he's got his little feet. As far as the wings, I guess I'm losing wings here, but as far as the wings, you make them like you would a little leaf. You can have a piece of paper. Any shape will do. They don't have to be real big wings. And you can fold this in half like this. I could actually make both wings out of this if I wanted to, but I'll make one at a time to not confuse you. And make yourself a little hill like this. Make a little hill. And then you can draw your wing lines in it, okay? So that's how you make the wings. If you don't like how wide it is, just go make the hill more narrow. I think mine's too wide. I like them more narrow. There, because I'm going to put two of them on. And then I can go put these wings where I want them on my guy. I can bend the tip of it like this so it's 3D and put glue on it. Bend it back a little bit, give it a little flap. Then you can put them on your insect like so, okay? You'll need to make two of those, boys and girls, with little pieces of paper. Fold them in half, cut a hill, flap it, and put your little wings on. We've done a lot of this folding and things in class like that. So boys and girls, in the end, you'll have your insect that has folded wings. You just glue them on, and his body is sort of pumped up like that. You can fold it, and he's got cool little feet, so he stands up on your dresser and things. Okay? Well, I hope you have fun making your insects, and show me some pictures when you get them done at nicholsj@dexterschools.org. Thanks a lot, and I hope you had fun making your insects. Bye-bye.